One.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7 TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zadora. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
We missed you last week.
I missed you guys too. We were down in Florida for Century 21. Received some accolades. Got to walk across the stage with
For what this
with
time?
our fourth presidential award.
Fourth one.
The fourth one. Yeah. And when you tell that to somebody down there, they're like, "What? Where are you from?"
Arkansas?
Mountain Home. Yeah. And they tell them Mountain Home. They think, well, maybe if you're from Benton, Bentonville.
Yeah.
The
Rogers,
bigger.
Bentonville.
Yeah. Either.
Oh, you're from Walmart.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that's understandable. No, we're Mountain Home. Where's that? North Central Arkansas. Okay.
Go to Little Rock. Drive due north for
Drive
150
straight
miles.
north. That's right.
When you get to Missouri border, back up a little bit.
You went too far. You went through it. That's right. But so we were there. We went to a lot of classes and learned a lot of things and some new. That's why we go. There's new little tips and things that we can do to help make our clients' experience better. And it works very well. I mean,
Do a
we've been
little
very happy
networking?
with it. We do some networking, pass out some cards, met some people from some other places where people are coming here from there. We kind of searched out some people from Colorado and Utah, Nevada, Arizona, because, don't just send them here cold, send them to us.
What's the pulse? What's the real estate pulse in the country, according to the folks of Century 21?
Well, they're all upbeat because that's their livelihood.
Sure.
And they're we don't see anything like '08 happening again because most of the people own their homes or they're in a mortgage. 85% of the people are in a mortgage that's under 4%. So they'll just stay where they're at. So it'll slow down a little bit to some degree, but as we say, life goes on every day. People get married, people have babies, people have health issues, people have grandkids. There's any new jobs, any number of reasons to keep moving on, but you're not going to get people just deciding, let's go here, let's go there, as we saw in 20 and 2021.
We want to say thank you to Chris Nassari for coming on
Yes,
last week
yes,
and
indeed.
taking your spot and doing a great job with
Yep.
us on last week. We talked about several different things, talked a lot about how the mortgage is fluctuating a little bit
Yeah.
and what it takes to get a good credit score and,
Very important.
and how he can help get that done quicker probably than most.
Yes.
Telling you what to pay off, be better to pay this off instead of that, and to maneuver your funds and make sure that you're saving.
Yeah.
And saving, and the importance of how much home you can actually afford versus what you think you can afford.
Exactly. Very important. That's why we send people there all the time. That's our first stop.
What is the interest rate changes doing to your market right now?
Well, like the past couple of days with the banks crashing, the interest rates have actually fallen down a little bit. So we'll see a little spurt here now again that the rates are down a little bit. People have got like numbers in their head of where, okay, this is my 5.3 is as high as we can go. Some people at 6.3. So those rates have fallen down a little bit, and so we're going to see things going forward. Now, the banks may be a little tighter with who they're loaning money to. You may have to meet your criteria a little tougher. Sometimes they'll kind of round the edges a little bit, and you may see those kind of be a little bit, no, you got to be within these parameters. That'll all work out. That's why you go to a Chris and you get things like that done because they can sit down with you. When you walk out the door, you know what you can do. And that's the most important part. If you're looking to buy, and it affects sellers obviously too. I mean, they're part of the same market. There's no buyers unless they're sellers.
As a realtor, how often do you recommend people getting their pre-approval letters updated?
Right now, I'd be looking every couple of months. I mean, if you haven't found something and you're seriously looking, if you're just kind of kicking tires, it's maybe not as important. But if you find something, you got to get it like right now. So it's good to keep it current. It doesn't, it's not costing anything. It's not hitting your credits. So it's not like your credit's dropping every time you're getting that. They can take a look without.
You do a soft hit.
Yeah, and that's what it's been. And having your paperwork, having your W-2s, and having your check statements and things like that from where you work, keeping those current. Keep your statements every week so you've got them when they ask you. If you're in if you're in a home, keep your mortgage papers. You get that statement every month. This is how much we owe on our house, and to be able to have all that and be able to present it right away, that's a big help for them when they're trying to get these things together.
When you were in Florida this past week, were the people seeing a lot of people moving out? Were the other agents that were there with Century 21 seeing a lot of people moving out, or people moving into their areas?
Florida's still a big area for people moving in. The New Yorkers are seeing people leave.
Going to Florida?
A lot of them going to Florida, but we're getting them here too. Arizona, they're seeing them coming in and going out. They've got a nice turnover going on there right now. And Nevada's pretty much the same way. People, they're moving like into Vegas from California because they want that big city and all the Falterall. Whereas you're getting the more rural Vegas, they're like end of Nevada, they're saying, let's go find someplace else, because it's and it's a term that I use, the Californication of these states, and a couple of them chuckle and they went, yeah, you're right, but it is.
Yep.
The people they want all the things that they're running away from, all the things that are going, oh, we can't stay here anymore, we got to go. Now they want it all where they're going to the new place, and it's you're just trying to get into the same circle again. And the people that have lived there for a long time, they're like, no, this isn't what we want.
Yeah. I think the courthouse needs a new statue, a Statue of Liberty, with all the same wording that they have at the big one in New York. But at the bottom of it say, but don't plan to change us.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
Bring us this, bring us that, do this, do that, but don't plan to change us. Because we are not where you are from.
Exactly. And we see that, we see that nationwide with the immigration. When my grandfather came here, most of our grandfathers came here, they came here to be Americans. They came here to be an American. Now people just come to America, and they want to be whatever they are here in America. Whereas he didn't do that, and he instilled that in his children, my father, aunts, uncles, and same on my mom's side. And I'm sure for most of you, it was that way. No matter how long ago it was, I don't care if they came in the Mayflower, they came here to be an American, not to be English living in America.
Right.
Well, some did, but
And some
they
of that
had
is-
a little skirmish over that.
And unfortunately, some of that has reverted back to that.
Yeah.
You've got the Italians and the Spanish and the Mexicans and the blah, 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 blah. The black, yellow, white, blue, purple, it doesn't
Right.
matter what flavor. We are here as Americans.
Right.
You live in America to be an American. Let's
Right.
be that way.
Right. And that's probably the biggest issue that I see that we're having as a country, is that we need to realize why we're here. That's just me.
It's a melting pot.
It is a melting pot, but we got to melt. We can't be all little cubes. It can't be like all little bouillon cubes that won't melt floating in the stew.
Right.
That's just off the top of my head.
There we go. Time for some numbers.
Booyah! There we go. This
You
week in
were
real
in Florida,
estate.
not South Louisiana. What's the booyah?
Well, I met some people from Louisiana. They were very nice. I'm not a big Louisiana food guy, but the people are nice. When I can understand them, sometimes they say the same thing to me, so it all kind of works out. This week in real estate, there were 40 new listings came on the market, 2 commercial properties, 10 parcels of land, 28 homes came on the market, ranging in price from $369,000 to $49,000. Now, 9 of those had price reductions, and they were things that were in there. They're from Gacy's project over on 16th Street over there, and they came on the market, and then they realized that they dropped the prices within a week of them coming on. There were 33 sales, 1 commercial property, 7 parcels of land, 25 homes sold. They ranged in price from $79,000 to $770,000. The average sale price this week was $246,000. 12 of those 25 were below what the asking price had been. 82 days on market. So, the market's still active for homes that are priced well, that are ready to go. That makes a big difference. And a total of $6.1 million in residential real estate closed this past week. There were 11 properties that expired, 23 had price changes, and there's still 72 pending waiting to close. Currently, there's 203 homes on the MLS, so
That's up.
picked up 3 from last week, but we're down from where we had been. Year to date, there's 155 homes have sold for $32.2 million. Average sale price this year is $207,000 with 91 days on market. For 2022, there had been 212 homes that sold for $48 million. So we've got 43 more homes this year. So it's last year is starting to fall off. The numbers are falling, the week-to-week numbers are falling off a little bit. First 2 weeks were killer, and then that was it. Average price last year was $228, and like I say, this year we're at $207. So market's still active. People want to come. People want to go. We've been on a couple of nice listing appointments this past week, and we'll get them up and running. But it's been it was good to get away for a couple of days. We got down and we got a chance to see Linda's mom and visit her aunt and uncle, and that's a good thing. So it was a little bonus of being able to go to Florida.
You know, people say, "Well, I'm gonna go ahead and sell my house, but I've got to paint the living room. I got to wash it." Well, I'm thinking about pulling the carpet out of the bedrooms and putting hardwood floor down. What's your suggestion? I would say no.
No, yeah, don't take on any big projects. Most things it's cheaper to correct it with money and the asking price than it is for you to do it, because you tear the carpet out, you put down oak, and they've got it next. The buyer comes in, loves the house, and says, "Oh, we can't have these floors. We got to have the luxury vinyl because the dogs will chew this up." Let them do what they want to do. Mm-hmm. I tell people when we're walking into homes, we're looking, you're buying 85% of the house. If you like the floor plan, you like the area where it's at, and who wouldn't like the area, but you like the neighborhood, buy the house. The other 15% you're going to personalize. You're going to paint, you're going to do floors, you're going to maybe change the cabinetry in the kitchen over time, and to try to remind people that all this doesn't happen overnight. You know, you get with this project done, you get that project done, you kind of work your way through it. That's some of the problems that we have with first-time home buyers. They want everything done at one time. They want it to be like mom and dad's house. Well, mom and dad have been around for a while, and they built equity from having a home and then selling that home and buying another home. Maybe the house they're in now may be their third or maybe fourth home, and not the first home. I mean, when I look back at where we were, it's kind of
eye-opening.
Yes, it is.
Probably the most important thing, if you think about listing your home, clean it up. Get rid of the clutter.
Right.
Make sure everything's in its place, and a place for everything. And then give Bob and Linda Zadora a call at the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Give them a call and let Linda come and help you stage it for showings and get it under contract to list and then under contract to sell.
And we can let us just kind of walk through and see what needs to be done. People know what's wrong. I've got this outlet that the thing's hanging out of the wall and stuff like that. That stuff's got to be fixed. That's got to be fixed. There's safety issues that have got to be done. Some aesthetic things that will make it look better, make it show better. It increases the saleability of the home, and that's the way you got to look at it. You're making it better to sell. And people get overwhelmed with, I got so much stuff, I got this, I got that. We've been in a couple houses like that. They're just overwhelmed. And I tell them, pick a room, one room, get that room done. Don't be jumping all over. Get that room done, get stuff packed up, because you're moving. Put this is going to Salvation Army. This I'm taking with me no matter what. This stuff here, I'm not as sure. Get the Salvation Army stuff going, get your stuff going, and even we've had people that have rented storage. Put the stuff you're taking with you, you're going to take with you, you can leave there. The other stuff, maybe move over there, but don't put stuff in there, because otherwise it'll be there 5 years from now, and you're paying rent on it for somebody else to watch your stuff.
How do they get you?
Call my honey. She's at 870-405-0793. The website's retiredtoarkansas.net. We've got all the MLSs on there, all the listings are on there, everything is on there, and you can contact us from everybody, not just from Century 21, not just ours. We've got everybody's listings are on there, and that's a good tool, whether you're looking to buy or whether you're looking to sell, just to kind of see how the market is and see what homes are selling for.
870-405-0793, retiredtoarkansas.net. You've been watching This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zadora. We'll be back with Friday Morning Sports in just a moment.